Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, John Richardson, Sean Locke, Sophie Duker, Miles Jupp, Liam Dean, Susie Dent, Rachel Riley, and your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show all about letters, numbers and conundrums. OK, let's meet tonight's players. First up is team captain Sean Locke. Sean Locke, he's as happy as he is French. And joining Sean tonight is Miles Jupp. Now, fun fact, Miles can only...
Is this actually a fact, Jimmy?
Yes, it is a fact.
OK.
It's actually two facts,
All right.
Miles. Thank you.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it.
Miles can only get an erection during a fox hunt. And ejaculates Waitrose elderflower cordial.
OK, they were facts. I just...
Up against them this evening, it's team captain John Richardson. John Richardson. He brings us all the high-octane excitement of a rail replacement bus service. And John's teammate, Sophie Duker. Fun fact, Sophie used to write sexy Harry Potter fan fiction. Sounds fun. I'd love to read about someone slither into Hermione's Chamber of Secrets. Miles, what's the strangest thing you've ever been asked to do?
I was asked if I would consider being the public face of British Sausage Week.
The face-off?
Well, I don't know what other part of my anatomy could possibly be used to advertise a sausage, Jimmy. It's my elongated kidneys. I would, yeah, and I was asked by email, you know, formal approach. And I did briefly consider it, and then I turned it down out of respect for sausages. I thought I didn't want people to look at me and think that's what happens to you if you eat sausages, that you become very sort of red-faced and giggly. And people need to know it's the drink.
Sean, what's your most redeeming feature?
I can zone out, Jimmy. And I can just zone out and be perfectly content. And although on my face it might appear that I'm listening, inside it's just... I'm very good in a flood. Because I've got a canoe. And I'll paddle around, pick up a nana and a nightie and a dog and take them to safety. I always rinse the bath out. That's a good redeeming feature. You know, yes, he might have done some terrible things, but he's rinsed the bath out. As my fellow panellists will testify, I smell amazing. I'd make a great candle, one lady said to me once. She was driving past as well, she was there. I mean, I don't know if I've answered the question enough. One of my redeeming features is just how many redeeming features I've got.
That's a lot. It does seem like a lot. Sophie, what were you like at school?
Oh, I went to a all-girls school in North London. It was a very posh school, the kind of school where there was, like, 5 Eugenies per year. And I was a big nerd. Like, I was a massive bookworm, which I think is quite a horrible way to describe something that's quite good.
Bit sad, that, really.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Sophie's, like, achieving the literary word. What should we call her? Worm. Good grades maggot. Knowledge slut. That's what they call me. I was a knowledge slut.
Yeah, I think bookworm sounds all right now. You've mentioned knowledge slut. Are you competitive on this?
I'm really glad you asked me that, because I would rather die than go home without the top prize.
You're in luck because you're against Sean.
No. I got Miles.
The last, like, 5 times Miles has been on, he's barely been interested.
Yeah, I see this very much as my battle against white male privilege.
She's talking to you, Sean.
Well, in this case, it's not privilege. We are challenged.
John.
Hello there.
What makes you happy?
I like watching people pick up dog shit. We always focus on the people who don't do it, but the majority of people pick up dog shit. I think that's remarkable.
With dogs. Majority
Who
of
have
people-
dogs?
Yeah.
I don't have a dog, but I pick it up every now and again. I'd like to know what it feels like. The little runny ones that people don't go for. I go for, like, top level. I think even the pros haven't gone for that one, but I'll have a go.
Do you think there are shits too small to pick up?
I don't, as a fan.
Quite a slice of heaven you've carved out for yourself.
Yeah. What's odd, though, is there's the size of animal that you don't have to pick it up anymore. Like horses can shit everywhere, and you can just leave that. So there must be a point at which, like Great Dane or Shetland pony, in between, where people can just, as a bystander, say, fair play, that's too much.
I feel like this is a conversation happening on the internet.
Miles, have you got a mascot this evening?
Kind of. A mascot is about luck, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of luck, yeah.
Well, I don't really believe in luck, per se. But I have brought with me, just as a sort of little treat to sort of jolly me along. I normally eat at about this time.
Right.
So just something for me to just have a go on during the show. This is just a little bit of sushi. I'm going to start with the fish, work across to the veg. It just holds longer. And this stuff as well, remarkably good value, actually. I was walking past a place earlier, and they were about to scrape all of this into the bin because it's gone off. Wow. This is going to bring me a lot of luck tonight.
OK. Sophie, you've got a mascot?
Yes, I do. So basically, at school, I was never invited to the cool girls' sleepovers. So I bought a sleepover kit with loads of fun stuff for us to do. So this is the film Never Been Kissed. It's a great film about a woman who pretends to be a teenager to get a teacher to fancy her. It's lots of fun. She catfishes as a sexy kid. This is a Spin the Bottle. Spin the Bottle is great because it's really good for people who like to skip consent.
At least there's an element of chance.
But surely, once you've entered the circle, you've given consent.
I don't think, yeah, if it's pointing outside the house, I don't think you're allowed to... It's pointing right in that bedroom window there.
I've got a face mask to make your face soft.
OK.
There you go. I mean, obviously, we're all
Well,
wearing...
that's not creepy, that's fine.
No,
Don't worry
yeah.
about that.
I feel like I should have a chainsaw.
Yeah, so that's like a literal mask you can put on your face over the metaphorical mask you're wearing.
Whoa, don't do that.
He just stuck his tongue through it. That's horrible.
Oh, it's like... so these are nail gems.
Oh, lovely.
Very exciting. They make for a very fun wank. Very fancy. So when you're a kid, it's really hard to get booze. So I've got cherry brandy.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you actually got cherry brandy, or is this some kind of prop? Because if you've actually got cherry brandy, let's get loaded. Look at those.
What if I go full sexy, Jimmy?
Pretty damn boozy.
Fucking hell.
That's,
Oh, that's good.
Do you like
See,
it?
I never got invited to the girls'
Jesus.
sleepovers either.
that's like a... Oh, wow. It's like diabetic lighter fuel. What's he done?
Miles can't open the water cans. Miles can't open the water cans, and I won't show him how to.
It's got a thing on it.
Yeah, well, you should have gone to a normal school.
Sorry, Sean,
you
I
go.
don't want to be a dick about this, but I had to show you how to do that last week.
That's why I'm being a dick now.
I've forgotten some pillows.
OK. Did actually use pillows as girlfriends when we used to play when I was a little boy. We'd all have a pillow each and it'd be our girlfriend. I ran the post office and Lee ran the bookshop, and that was the library. That was the bookcase in the thing. And Sheldon had a little shop, and we all used to have a wife.
It's like an advert for bullying, isn't it?
John, have you got a mascot?
More than that, Jimmy, it's actually a very exciting technological breakthrough. You'll be aware, of course, of virtual reality. It's a big thing at the moment, isn't it? Sort of immersive experience where you put on a headset and it's like you're somewhere else. Well, I've actually taken that technology and advanced it to the next level, which I call reality. So I've gone back to where I first got into Countdown, which was in a snooker club in Morecambe. I've recreated the Devonshire pub. Here we are, there's little bar stools there that all the people would be sat at. And this is the telly where Countdown would be on. And you slip it over the old fonts like this. There you go. So here we are. It's got a little strap, and there I am. I wanted to recreate the sort of smoke of the Devonshire Club by asking if anybody in the audience vaped, and they could vape in my face, and it would recreate the haze. But I'm not allowed to do that for health and safety and sexual tension reasons. So what I've got instead is some sort of cotton wool that I can stretch into a sort of smoke haze. These nails are causing a bloody... How do you take these off? Does it hurt? Not the most masculine moment of my comedy career, this.
What was?
Let's pop this on. Oh. I feel like a T-Rex.
If I'm... Just out of interest, how would I distinguish this from a breakdown?
And to get the smells here, this is a pint of out-of-date bitter, which whatever, I'm just going to...
You just flick in some beer in your face.
Oh, I'm going to take your point, Jimmy. It doesn't look good for me, does it, at this point? And I'll tell you what, if you think it's been fun so far, watch me try and get it off without slicing my ear open.
I think the nose is going to go. Oh. John's Pub, everyone. Sean, have you got a mascot?
Yes, I do, Jimmy. I do very much have a mascot. And obviously I have to get up for this. But I have to adjust my attire slightly for this. Yeah, I've got to go behind this screen. I'll just briefly explain to you. Well, I've been asked to reshoot... You know the opening sequences of James Bond films? Where they have a silhouetted sexy lady. I'll just get undressed, and I think you'll be in for a bit of a visual treat, Jimmy.
Why have they asked you?
Well, this is why, Jimmy. I think you can clearly see.
I love it. Oh, are you really taking your clothes off?
There you go. I'd like them back, Jimmy. So, Jimmy, there we go.
Sean?
Yes?
Where are your genitals?
There.
Well, where?
There. There.
I can't really...
You're probably looking up here. It's actually just there.
Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, that's it. Is that it?
Anyway, music, please.
Diamonds are forever.
That's quite a sequence to follow, so good luck with that, Mr. Craig.
Sean Lock, everyone. OK, over in Dictionary Corner, it's Lee and Dean. Lee, Dean, first time on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourselves.
I'm Lee.
I'm Dean.
We run Dean Lee Construction Solutions.
Yeah,
it's local business and that.
Can we just check, actually, how long this is going to take? Because we are sort of midway through a job.
We're sorting out like a gas main. We've got like a bag for life around it, but like 2 hours maximum. So,
There's a limit to how far you can push, like a gas main.
I mean, we'll crack through as soon as we possibly
that's
can.
all right.
Yeah, that's
that'd
all
be
right,
great.
thank you.
Yeah.
I know we're not sort of contestants and that, Mr. Carr, but if it's all right, we've brought our own lucky mascot.
Yeah, we have got
That's
our own.
right, go on, show
Yeah,
'em,
we've got,
show 'em. This is brilliant.
My Auntie Reen swears by this.
Yeah,
It's
go on.
rabbit's foot. There you
Yeah.
go.
Actual rabbit's
Actual
foot.
rabbit's foot.
Yeah, and I know people get like all funny about animal welfare and that, so just put your mind at rest. This is Nutmeg. And, as you can see. Nutmeg is having the time of his life.
Lee and Dean, everyone. I like Lee and Dean. Good. And with Lee and Dean, of course, it's Susie Dent. Susie's books have been described as put-downable and page-burners. Susie, we've got Lee and Dean on the show tonight. Are there any interesting words or phrases that builders use?
Well, for book 14, Jimmy, I looked at language of different professions, and I had spent a day with about 5 builders, which was fun. It was
5
fun.
of them?
And some plasterers too. And we met...
You don't help yourself, do you?
You will know all of this.
We
but
might not, to be
great,
fair.
like rhyming slang, like Gary Neville, Spirit Level, Gary Neville.
What is she saying?
No.
What about spreading the fat on the Lionel?
Spreading the fat on the Lionel.
That's disgusting.
I don't know what that
I love that.
I'm not sure the guys you met were builders.
is. I think
That
they're
is plastering the
taking piss out of you.
ceiling, dancing on the ceiling, Lionel Richie.
Oh, that's clever!
Thank you.
OK, and in charge of the numbers is Rachel Riley. As the co-host of Regular Countdown, Rachel is more popular with old people than Werther's Originals and controlled immigration. Rachel, are there any bad aspects to working on Countdown?
I find it quite hard to switch off. I can't turn my brain off anagrams. So recently we've been looking for a doula, which is a woman who kind of helps you breathe and helps you get the baby out and massage. And one woman had such a strange name. I was staring at it and realised I couldn't hire her at all because her name was an anagram of vagina gone. That was a really bad sign. I want my vagina to stay afterwards. I think that's generally how it works.
Good luck. It looks like it'll be coming before the end of the show. OK, the prize the two we're competing for tonight is this, the Countdown Aerobics Kit. OK, let's count down, everyone. Time for our first game. John, Sophie, you get the first pick of the letters.
Woohoo! Just me on that one, then? Please.
Yes. Can I have a vowel, please?
Thank you, Sophie. A.
Could I have another vowel,
You
please?
can indeed. O.
Could I have another vowel, please?
E.
Can I have a consonant, please?
L.
Can I have another consonant?
P.
Can I have 2 more consonants, please?
T. S.
Can I have another vowel?
U.
And 1 more consonant, please.
And the last one, G.
OK, and for the first time today, here's the countdown clock. Hang on, I'm just balancing stuff on my chin. I'll... Yeah. OK, John. John, how many letters, John?
7.
Sophie, how many?
6.
Sean?
6.
Miles?
6.
Tell you what, it's a hell of a view.
Piss on him.
Is that... Well, that's... Yeah, I don't think that's infected. That'll be fine. Sophie, what was your 6?
Got distracted by the folds in Susie's skirt. The folds on the skirt, not inside the skirt. And I went for pleats.
Pleats?
Pleats.
Sean, your 6?
Staple.
Miles, your 6?
Also staple.
John, your word?
Outages.
Very good.
Outages.
Outages.
7 points to John. Susie, could they have done any better?
A couple of 8s. Out leaps to leap further than someone else, and glue pots.
OK. So at the end of that, John and Sophie are in the lead with 7. OK, on to the first numbers round. Sean, Miles, your turn to pick the numbers.
As usual, please,
The usual
Rachel.
Shawnee special. 2 from the top, 4 little coming up. And this time they are 5, 9, 2, 4, 25 and 50. And the target, 889.
OK, and your time starts now. OK, so the target was 889. Miles, did you get it?
I think so.
Sean, did you get it?
I got 891.
891, OK. John, did you get it?
891.
891. Sophie, did you get it?
No. I got 1,000.
OK, so, Miles.
I didn't, actually.
Well, I think we all knew that. OK, so Sean was the closest. How'd you do it?
2 9s are 18, aren't they?
They are.
And then you times them by 50, don't you, Rachel?
You do.
And then you
got
take off a 5
Yeah.
and a 9. 4, sorry, 4.
Yeah, for a 9, yeah.
For a 9, yeah.
891, lovely.
Yeah.
Same as these.
OK, 7 points to both teams. Rachel, could it be done?
If you say 50 times 9 is 450.
Well, that seems reasonable. This all seems reasonable so
yeah.
far.
Add 5, 455.
Right.
Times it by 2 for 910. Add the 4, 914, and take away 25 for 889.
And here is your teaser. The words are dong idle. The clue is I like to draw them. That's dong idle. I like to draw them. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the tease. The words were dong idle. The clue was I like to draw them. It was, of course, doodling. John and Sophie are in the lead. They've been playing in teams so far, but this game is just for Miles and John. So, Miles, your turn to choose.
3 vowels, please.
Game over already.
I-E.
I'm going to write them down. I'm going to write them down. I'm writing them down. But let's do a couple of consonants now.
Couple of consonants.
See how we feel after.
N and T. Chuck another one up.
Yeah, why not pop another one on?
M.
Hello. We'll have 2 more vowels.
2 more vowels.
Yeah, well, we might as well enjoy ourselves.
A. U. Now you've got one of each. Lovely.
A consonant.
And a final R.
Too many vowels, mate.
Yeah.
OK, your time starts now. A little bit artistic with toast. You can be artistic with toast. I've done one of you, Sean. I think you'll like it. Here you go. And I've done.
Nice.
I did one of John.
It's a cracker.
I've got toast for everyone. Yeah, that's it, everyone. We've done you a round of toast.
Yeah.
A bit of toast for you.
Just toast, is it?
And jam. What kind of jam is this? Marmalade.
Yeah, and the spreads are vegan for John because he is a prick.
Yeah.
Miles, what have you got?
8 letters. Word.
I know.
The word is Minotaur.
Oh, I've got an 8 as well then.
Oh, really? Well, because he wasn't saying anything, I thought I was going to fill in a gap.
No, we were just...
He asked you.
We were just
Oh, right.
kind of amazed at the 8.
Oh.
I got a 7.
What, OK, you got a 7. What's your 7?
Minotaur. I mean, I'm kicking myself now. you don't think to put the M on it, do you? Absolute dickhead.
OK, so what was yours, John?
Remount.
Remount. Is Minotaur's up there?
No,
No.
can't have it.
Why can't you have Minotaur?
But there was only one Minotaur, so it's capital M.
So the word Minotaur is not in any dictionary.
It's in the dictionary, but it's got capital M.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's in the dictionary.
But it's got a capital
What
M.
are you fucking
Countdown
talking
rule.
about?
No, sorry. No. You do not swear at Dame Susie.
Sorry.
OK, 7 points to John. Lee, Dean.
Yes,
mate.
Could they have done any better?
Probably.
Yeah, should we have a... What we got? Rain out.
What, sorry?
Rain out.
So what's the weather like? It's been rain out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an event that's cancelled through rain.
Yeah.
Ruminate.
Ruminate, yeah.
OK, so at the end of that, Sean and Miles have 7. John and Sophie have 21. Right, now time for Sean and Sophie to go head-to-head. I like the fact everyone is having toast now. This couldn't feel any more studenty. What have you gone for, Rachel?
Yeah, but I've done
Lemon curd toast.
Lemon curd? Lemon curd? Fabio, you prick.
What's wrong with lemon curd?
It just it's not your go-to. You want your jam, you want your marmalade, maybe even a nice bit of Nutella. But lemon curd's way down. That's the back shelf.
You rate Nutella more highly as a condiment than lemon curd.
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking
honestly.
disgusts me this evening.
Sorry, you're saying lemon curd is a bigger deal than Nutella?
You can make your own lemon curd.
And suddenly, I don't want to know any more.
Make your own Nutella.
You can.
You can make your
Sorry,
own.
you can't make your own Nutella.
You can.
No, shut up, be quiet. Come on, let's play numbers.
OK, Sophie, your turn to pick the numbers.
Can I have 2 big numbers?
You can indeed.
The rest small.
4 small. They are 4, 1, 2, and 9, and the big ones, 125.
OK, what is the top?
Target 933.
All right, your time starts now. So the target was 933. Sophie, did you get it?
Yes.
Oh, that's a confident yes.
Yes! Yeah, I
Sean,
think
did you
so.
get it?
No.
That's a very confident no. OK, Sophie, how did you do it?
9 times 100 is 900.
900.
Plus 25.
925.
I like the way you've got a maths voice.
4 times 2 is 8.
There we go.
Plus 25.
Now you're doing a weird questioning face.
933. Yep, you're there.
Yeah!
10 points for Sophie. You went through a gamut of emotions there. You were very confident and sassy early on. You lost all faith in yourself, and then you came good at the end. That was the Lord of the Rings in the maths round.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Tyler, your sex tape. OK, so Sean and Miles have 7. John and Sophie have 31. OK, time now to go across the dictionary corner. Lee, Dean, what have you got for us?
Thank you very much, Mr. Carr.
Cheers.
It may surprise you to learn that we do occasionally at Dean Lee Construction Solutions have to deal with complaints from customers.
Really?
This year alone, we have had 4 jobs and probably like 7 court cases, so we're used to dealing with difficult punters.
And what we do, we have a very rigorous in-house training program where we role play difficult situations with difficult clients. And what we do is we use real things that clients have said to us. Now, usually, Lee or myself, Dean, would do it.
We'll be the client,
But
yeah.
because Susie Dench is here, we're going to, if it's all right, ask her to... These are real things that clients have said to us.
And
real things.
most of our clients are in their sort of late 50s, early 60s, so Susie's perfect.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Real things that clients have said to us. Here we go.
Where's my roof?
Very good question.
Fair enough, yeah.
Normally when we get that, one of us will like just burst into tears or something and then divert the compass.
Next one, please, Mrs. Dench.
Why are there sharp nails sticking out everywhere? Could hang your coat from
Right,
them.
yeah,
I remember who this one was from. It was from a nursery for kiddies, yeah?
Right, listen, it's like a playground area, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the bloke said, why is there nails everywhere? So, quick thinking, we went, it's for sensory play. If you touch that, you will bleed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Simple, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Sorry, next one, yeah.
Why are you always late on site?
Oh, yeah.
Funny story behind this,
Yeah, funny story.
We went on holiday, to Florida.
Orlando.
All that,
Disney,
all the rides.
all rides and all that,
and And when we come back, we never quite, got onto, England time again. So we just stayed, on Florida time.
And that was,
so
what, 2006, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We've been like that since, really.
Worked for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do. The next one, please.
I'm 3 months pregnant, Lee. Why are you ignoring me, you wanker?
That shouldn't be in there, sorry. Sorry about that.
Lee and Dean, everyone. And here is your teaser. The words are anti-oral. The clue is that's reasonable. That's anti-oral. That's reasonable. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the tease. The words were anti-oral. The clue was that's reasonable. It was, of course, rational. OK, before we go on with the show, he doesn't work here anymore, but he keeps on turning up anyway. It's Joe Wilkinson, everyone! All right, Joe?
Yeah. Anyone else notice it's getting a bit nippier out?
Yeah, I've noticed that, yeah.
I was having a few cans last night. I got a bit pissed in my outdoor bath thing. What are they called, the outdoor bath things?
Hot tub, jacuzzi?
No, pond. I was having a few cans in my pond, and I was a bit pissed up. And when I woke up the next morning, I was in a pissing block of ice. And it was a bugger getting here. You know, idea how hard it is to get on a megabus like this. And the looks you get, the looks. I'm really hungover. I really need a piss. Fabio, mate, I really need it. Stop waving, you prick. Really need a piss. Can you go and get something and get me out of here? I really need a piss. Hurry up. Stop waving, you prick. Hurry up. Sorry, Jim, he likes waving because he's thick as pig shit. No, don't rush. You take your time. Is that it? It's going to take forever, you prick. Get something else. I need a piss. Stop waving! Here we go. It's a bit more like it. What you got? What you got? Hammer and chisel. Good lad. Hurry up. I'm bursting now. Come on, hurry up. What you got? Come on! You're a tosser. You're an absolute tosser. Get something else! Hurry up! Stop waving! Don't you wind me up. Don't you dare wave again. Don't you fucking... You on yourself! I'm gonna fucking pelt you. I need a wait! What's that noise? What the fuck is that? What the... Don't use a flamethrower, you anus! Oh, great. Now I've wet myself. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's nice. Oh. The music's not helping, it's making it come out. I held that for about 15 hours. Oh, do you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm worried that's a weird colour. That's a hangover piss if I've ever seen it. At least my legs are warmed up. Let's play Countdown!
Have you been eating asparagus, Joe?
A little bit. And I've been drinking quite dark piss.
OK, John, Sophie, your turn to choose the letters.
Could I have 3 consonants, please?
N, F, R.
3 vowels, please.
I, O, E.
A consonant and a vowel, please.
A D.
Yeah.
An A. You get one more.
And a consonant.
And a C.
OK, your time starts now.
Hello, Jimmy. Hello, mate. It doesn't smell of piss, does it? Oh, God.
Just glad you didn't need a shit.
I wouldn't go round the back then.
OK, John, how many?
6.
Sophie, how many?
4.
Sean, how many?
So I'm going to go for a 7. It's a made-up word.
OK, well...
There's no point going for the number I have got, because that won't win.
OK.
It's like taking a shot from the halfway line, basically.
Right.
But you haven't got the ball.
Miles, how many?
5.
5. Sophie, your 4-letter word.
It is road.
Miles?
Credo. C-R-E-D-O. It's like a belief.
Because you've played lots of vicars, haven't you?
Almost exclusively.
Yeah. John?
I have a friend.
Oh.
I don't think that's true. Sean, your 7-letter word. Pretty impressive stuff, 7 letters.
Yeah, 7-letter words. Diaphorn.
Is it in there?
It's not in, Sean.
Lee and Dean, could they have done any better?
Fancier. And I think this French word, confide. Is it
Confide.
Confide,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Confide. OK, 6 points to John. So at the end of that, John and Sophie are in the lead with 37. It's impressive. Very impressive. OK, time to go across the dictionary corner one last time. Lee, Dean, what have you got for us?
Well, you've been really funny tonight, yeah? Like, good funny, but also, because you haven't let on, he's asked us to do a job
Guess
for
what
him.
he done? Convert his garage.
Yeah, he's asked us to convert his garage, yeah?
Sure.
But naughty Mr. Carrare, yeah? He don't answer his phone, so we've got all these questions, like, about the plans and that.
We've got loads of questions, so we thought while we're here, we might as well
We'll just go through the plans for your garage
Well, I'm sure
conversion.
no one will mind. Go ahead.
First one, these hooks in the ceiling and the floor, you've said you'd like them to take the weight of a large gentleman. Is that individually or spreading the load, Mr. Carr?
I think they each need to take the weight of a large...
So we'll do that. So, next one.
Oh, yeah, there.
The wall that runs down the side of the garage by the alleyway next to your pub.
Where that pub is, next door.
Yeah, right. I've got on here, there's holes where you want drilled through the wall about... well, I suppose about the circumference of a penis, really, about that sort of size. I just want to check, is that in full anger or on the slack?
Full anger, I would say.
Full anger, right.
Full anger.
This toilet area, to all intents and purposes, to us, that looks like a glass coffee table, Mr. Carr. Is that right? Yeah. Good, yeah, that's fine.
And a waist.
Say about the walls, say about the walls.
Yeah, the walls. Now, the walls here, according to this, I think this must be inches, but you've written on here 12 feet. Now,
Thickness of the walls.
Walls. If anyone's down there suffering or in pain, no one's going to wear them. Is that what you want?
I sort of need a guarantee on that, really. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's
Our
fine.
word is our bond, Mr. Carr.
Yeah.
And lastly, and I'll say it quietly, as per your request, we're very happy to do it cash in hand. We know that works for you, Mr. Carr.
Lee and Dean, everyone. Miles, your final teaser. The words are soft ring. The clue is, ooh, yummy. That's soft ring, ooh, yummy. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the tease. The words were soft ring. The clue was, ooh, yummy. It was, of course, frosting.
Yeah.
You all right, Joe?
Yeah. Bit hungry, but, you know.
Fabio, can you get Joe something to eat?
Oh, that's a good idea. He usually has some Maltesers on him. You got any Maltesers on you, mate? Usually has Maltesers. How good, you got any that haven't been nestled by your bollocks? No, of course you haven't. All right, that'll do. There should be an air hole up there, mate. Can you put one in? Bollocks.
OK, time for our final letters game. Sean, Miles, your turn to pick.
OK, let's have, what do you want, 4 vowels, 5 consonants?
No, don't do it like that. You do it... No, that's just... You rush into it in a hurry. Vowel, please, Rachel.
I.
Consonant, please, Rachel.
B.
See, Miles, this is how you do it. It's a master at work.
If you... I don't know if you've got a camera picking this up, but the river of piss is heading ever closer to the audience.
I'll be honest with you, I am still pissing. I repeat, I am still pissing.
Consonant, please, Rachel.
I had 17 Malibu and Cokes last night.
Vowel, please, Rachel.
E.
Consonant, please, Rachel.
L.
Consonant, please, Rachel. See, this is how you do it. Consonant, please, Rachel.
S.
Consonant, please, Rachel.
And the last one, K.
And your 30 seconds starts now. I've swallowed it. Sean, how many?
I've got 6, Jimmy.
Miles, how many?
5.
John?
7.
OK, Sophie?
6.
6. Miles, you're 5.
Bilge.
Bilge.
Oh, lovely word.
Hell of a word. Sophie, you're 6.
I've got basils.
Basils?
Yeah, like the plural of basil.
Thai basil, lemon basil.
Yeah, 2
All your
types of
basils.
basil, you got all your basils.
Because they hear they mass now, which means you can't put an S on it.
Rachel, I just made an observation. Could you mind standing up, please?
Yeah.
You know, in that dress, it looks like you've swallowed a glitter ball.
Sean?
I got 6, Jimmy, and a word that Lee and Dean will know very well. Gables.
No idea. No
The gable end of a house.
That means nothing, sorry.
If an architect said to you, we need to alter the gables, we need to...
We don't use architects. Don't believe in them.
John, you're 7.
This show would have been better if Joe Wilkinson had been bagless.
Yeah, it's in the dictionary.
Bagless is in the dictionary. OK, so Lee, Dean, Susie Dent, could they have done any better?
Dame Susie Dench has got an 8.
Kissable.
Kissable. OK, so 7 points for John. OK, so really couldn't be closer. Sean and Miles have 7. John and Sophie have 44. OK, fingers on buzzers. It's time for today's couldn't be less crucial countdown conundrum.
Can we make it if we get it, we get 40 points?
Why not? If you get it, you get a tiny bit of your pride back. How's that?
No.
OK, your time starts now.
Not in bother looking at it. No point.
You're never going to get it if you don't look. Have just a guess, Sean.
Got it. Miserable.
Well, let's have a look and see if miserable is up there. A little bit of pride for Sean and Miles there. So the final scores are Sean and Miles have 17, John and Sophie have 44. So congratulations, John and Sophie, you're now the proud owner of this, the Countdown Aerobics Kit. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.